What's happening, you guys? Today's Thursday afternoon, the 23rd of January. We are getting into the Sacramento, about into Sacramento right now. Gonna make a delivery today to the Target distribution center here in on the northwest side of Sacramento.
Keep left.
Alright, shut up. I don't need your help. I already know exactly where to go. Alright, so you guys might notice I don't have my interior camera running right now. If that means something to you, I apologize. I should have it up and running later in this video. I just forgot to grab the camera out of the sleeper area before I got in the driver's seat to start driving. When I left to go so I'd make this delivery. I was stopped for the day in Wesley, just south of Tracy. Got there yesterday and only had like 90 miles to run to get here this afternoon. So, and I had the data from some other stuff that I was pulling off of it, and just I forgot to bring it up here and set it up. So, alright, so you won't have interior camera view on the way up there, but by the time once I'm done checking in there or whatever, I should hopefully have it for you guys if you guys are interested in that. Alright, I've got downtown Sacramento coming up right here in front of us. We picked this load up from U.S. Cold Storage in Tulare. It's a short trip. Now, I think the last thing you guys might have known about was me delivering at Americold in Victorville, right down the road from my house. And okay, so we'll just say the trip from Victorville to Tulare, we'll just say it was a bit of an adventure. And well, we got there, no problem, I guess, but several curveballs got thrown my way. How about we'll just put it that way? Unwanted surprises, basically. Okay, so I made my delivery. It was a drop and hook in Victorville. And when I checked in there, the guard there, who's been there many years, and I've dealt with her before. Good person, by the way. But now she asked me when you leave, I basically drop my loaded trailer in spot 203 and then grab the empty, it's in 329. So I do that. I hook up to the one in 329 and do my pre-trip. And put it simply, I look inside the trailer and see what kind of shape it's in, make sure it's not damaged or whatever, like the chute and all that. The chute, walls and whatever, and then I realize there's something laying down on the floor at the very front wall of the trailer. I'm like, what is that? So, and it was dark, not very well lit. It was lit enough where I could see, but I couldn't clearly make out what exactly I was seeing. So I had to climb into the trailer and take a better look. And it turned out it was I don't know what you really call it, the wainscoting or whatever that plastic panel is that covers up the reefer, the fan and all that kind of stuff that's mounted, that's on the front wall. And so I'm like, well, the trailer is fine to pull like this. Problem is I can't pick up any reefer loads with it like that. And then I tried to pick it back up, but see the fasteners on it were ripped out of the wall, basically. And everything I'd seen there suggested that when the trailer was loaded at a shipper, it probably was not done by Americold in Victorville. It's probably done by whatever shipper loaded the trailer before it went to Victorville. But someone probably put pallets into there, and they probably banged the pallets up against the panel and caused it to dislodge from the wall to the point where it's no longer covering up the thing. So I'm like, well, I'm not going up to Tulare with it like this. So I decided, you know, it's our drop yard is only 40 miles away. It's in the wrong direction, but why not? I'll just go ahead and go take it down there. It's not going to do anybody any good until it gets fixed anyway. So I got a fresh 70-hour clock. Let's just go ahead and run it down there, drop it, and grab another trailer. And I had to go through like 4 different trailers before I found one that I could work with. The first 2 were dirty. I could have been fine with that, but I didn't want to have to make a special trip off to the side to Little Sister's truck wash because it was like 1 in the morning. They didn't want to have to make a special trip to Little Sister's when I had already made plans to basically go up into the Cajon Pass and take Highway 138 across and have a route over in the Antelope Valley that goes around Palmdale and Lancaster. And so I basically it involves going up into Lake Los Angeles and then up to just south of Edwards Air Force Base, and then goes across to where I can run into Highway 14 just north of Lancaster. Basically, that's a simple way I can explain it. All right, well, I go up the street that I go up on to get into Lake Los Angeles, and I get actually all the way through town. Working my way up there. Now that street dead ends into Avenue J, and I start working my way across that way and kind of zigzag my way up to Avenue E. And on my way up to Avenue J, though, I found out the 170th there, the street I was on, 170th East was closed. And I didn't know why, but yeah, it was some kind of construction or whatever. And I ended up having a detour across to the west to 150th, I think it was, and then I was about to turn north on 150th to take that way up to J, but then right when I was getting ready to make the turn, there was a sign facing sideways. I think it was more directed at the 150th Street traffic and not at the traffic on the road that I was on, saying that 150th was also closed from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I'm like, great, that ain't gonna work. I had to go back down to the south, all the way back down to that road that goes into Lake Los Angeles, basically, and go west again to like 90th East. Okay, Metro Air Parkway. That's the street we're gonna be taking. I think I want to stay in this road in this lane though, because when we get to Highway 99. If I'm not mistaken, that lane splits off to 99, and this one, I think you go either direction, but might even have to move left still. All right, anyway, though, yeah, so I had 2 detours there in a row, and then I finally am able to take 90th East up all the way up to Avenue E, so I can take that across. Well, then I was going to get on Highway 14 at Avenue D, which is the same street that turns into Highway 138 going toward I-5. Well, everything was hunky-dory there, only one problem. The on-ramp to northbound 14 was closed. So now I have 2 options here. Either keep going across 138 and just plan on taking it all the way to I-5, or go south on 14 to the next exit and then get myself turned around, but then maybe find out that those exits are closed as well. So I went ahead and stayed on 138, and then I'm looking on my map, now my Ilios thing, and I'm wondering, I zoom out to see what exactly it's from, because it looked like it was not wanting me to go as far all the way out to I-5. So I zoom out and take a look, and it wanted me to turn right onto, I think it was 90th Street West or whatever that street was called. I don't know. But take that, and I'm like, why would it be telling me to go that way unless it's actually a truck route? You know, if it didn't think that was a good truck route, it probably would have just been telling me to stay on 138 all the way out to I-5. But I got curious, why was it trying to route me that way? So I started adjusting my map, and I see that there's like a mountain area, whatever, the Tehachapi Mountain area with curves and stuff. And when I saw that, I'm like, are these curves going to be truck friendly, or are they going to be tighter stuff that I don't want to put my truck in? Turned out it looked like it was like, you know, sweeping, kind of like not too bad. Maybe stuff that'll slow me down a little bit, but not too bad. So I went ahead and let's go ahead and go this way. Just see, just for shits and grins, I'm curious if this, you know, because if my Ilios app and nav is trying to tell me to go this way, there's a good chance it's a truck legal route. Not necessarily, but you know, it's sparse with the population, and you know, actually there is actually a Cal Portland facility over there. I see a fighter jet over there. Looked like a T-38. Yeah, getting ready to fly over the freeway right now. Yeah, the shape of it looks like a T-38. Basically a trainer aircraft that the Air Force uses for flying. That's the first one that new pilots started doing their first supersonic flights in the Air Force. Anyway, you're like, how the hell do you know that from this far out? 20 years in the Air Force, that's how. You can ask any grunt how they can tell that, oh, that gunshot is definitely from an AK-47 or from an M16 or for an M14 or whatever. Just the sound of it alone, they can tell exactly what it is. Same with me with aircraft silhouettes most of the time. Alright, anyway though, I ended up taking that, you know, I went ahead and took that road up. Everything was great overall, I guess, but there was one spot there. I think I hit a stop sign and then proceeded through the intersection, and then while I was doing that, I realized there was a road closed sign, but it was on the side of the street. Now, it was a white and black road closed sign, and then there was supposed to be another sign underneath it, but wasn't there. And there was another, like a smaller sign underneath the one that was missing that I couldn't read because it was too dark and too small. So I was like, great, what am I getting myself into now here? Is this going to be another unwanted surprise? Am I going to come up here and find out I can't be up here or whatever and have to turn myself around? But I just went ahead and pressed on, and let's just see what happens. Just for the hell of it. Turned out, no, I was able to take that road all the way up into Tehachapi, which actually got me onto Tehachapi Boulevard. Come on, car. Come on. Come on. Pick it up. My lane's ending, and I don't want to get in a conflict situation there when it's your right of way. Oh, great. This stupid car over here is going to... Or is this lane even going to end now? No, actually, it looks like they expanded. Okay, there's the target we see right here up in front of us. But anyway, yeah, the fun wasn't done there. I also, I tried to make a stop at the Loves. I was going to, kind of burn off a bit of time and take a break there. Get some rest. But the lot was still full. It was like 3:30 in the morning then. So then I left there and decided I'd go over to Flying J across the freeway and see if I could find any parking there. Only one problem. There was a truck versus auto crash there. So I couldn't make the turn into Flying J, and the only option I had was to keep going straight into downtown Tehachapi. And there was a no truck sign right there, basically, hey, you're not supposed to go this way. I'm like, well, I don't know what you want me to do about it, because I don't have any option. I tried to go to Flying J and can't get into there because the truck and the car were blocking my access to the street to get over there. As was one of the police cars. So I ended up finally making my way back onto 58 and just said, screw it, I'll get up to the Flying J in Bakersfield and take my break up there instead. So it was definitely an adventure. One I would have rather gone a different way, but it was what it was, I guess. Alright, looks like a pretty good number of trucks in line here. Let's go ahead and... Okay, no, they're only doing the one lane right now. A lot of times Target DCs have 2 lanes that they'll use simultaneously, but they're only doing the one here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get checked in here. Hopefully, get a dock door assignment right out of here. So, and I should have the camera set up for you guys after that. Alright guys, we are checked in here. We got to come up to this next stop sign up here and slide our Tandems before we proceed to check in now. They have a pretty efficient process here actually. They had the guy out there first, and yeah, he checked me in on, at least my like my info, whatever, seal number and all that kind of stuff, my ID and whatever. And while the truck in front of me was busy checking in, dude, go around me because I gotta slide my Tandems. Alright guys, yeah, come on. These Tandems, yeah, they like, it feels like that slide rail is a little sticky. Okay. So make sure you have your high vis gear on before you leave the guard shack there. We're gonna stage in between spots Charlie 26 and Charlie 35. Park there, we'll go across the way, we'll check in at the office, and they'll give us a door assignment. Yeah, it was a pretty quick process there, even though there was a bunch of trucks coming in. There were quite a few in line in front of me when we got here. There was more behind me. It was still pretty quick. Well, I think we got here about 46 or so, 45, 46 after the hour, and it's barely 57 now. So, for the number of trucks that they're handling, I'd say that's pretty fast. So that's a good process they have there for what kind of volume they're working with. Speaking of, and something else, yeah, whenever I go to different places, it's kind of interesting seeing what kind of demographic the people are around too. Just out of pure fascination with, how different areas have different people. And like both the guys there at the guard shack there were Asian, Filipino, or I don't know, some kind of Asian descent. I would take a wild guess that the one inside the building was a Filipino guy. I don't know about the other guy though. But yeah, so it kind of gives it's suggestive that it's a more Asian or Filipino populated area here. You go to other areas, you might see more blacks, or you might see, like, especially a lot of Hispanics where I live. Just kind of fascinating to me. I always have an interest in history, because I never took an interest in history before until I got in the Air Force and tried to realize that I didn't appreciate it enough. Alright. Bit off on that one, but not too bad. All right, that's one of my quote-unquote famous U-turn setups that I don't know why people don't do them. They don't know how to do them, but they're so easy to do if you know how to do them. I mean, the fundamentals are very easy. Even when I was a trainer, I had most of my trainees preferred to do them because they were so easy to set up once they just learned the simple steps. Okay, I'm gonna get it checked in here, and we'll figure out what we're doing next. Alright guys, we're checked in now. We're gonna be the first freezer load I guess they have coming in for this shift. I'm gonna putt my way in because I don't want to keep my clock running. I want to get a split. I want to be here at least 2 hours, definitely. I'm sure I'm going to get that no problem either way, but I want to make sure that it actually happens and I'm not burning 14-hour time, because right when I was getting out of the truck to check in, I found out I have a pre-plan. Which we'll talk about on the way out of here, but it's going to factor into why I am wanting to not use yard move here. Okay, we're going to dock into door 149, which will be, see that little extension thing right there, right in front of us. There's a door with like a, I don't know what that thing is, like a camera system or a light or whatever that thing is up there above it. The one right on this side of it is 149. Okay, we're gonna dock in with the doors closed and sealed still. They'll handle everything from inside. And when the door turns, the door light will turn red, they'll unload, and then once it turns green again, I'll get a text message. Either the text message will say loading complete, or it'll say please come to the office, depending on what's going on there. If you have an OS&D or something, they'll tell you to come to the office. But if everything's hunky-dory, they'll just tell you loading complete, and when the door light turns green, you can just zip right on out of here. You don't even have to go back to the office to check in. Alright, so yeah, I was sitting there, this guy here, I was sitting there shooting the shit with a little bit in there. So there was another driver in there checking in, and I guess he was concerned about getting to his next pickup, which is at 7 o'clock tonight. I don't know where he's picking that load up at, but even if it's here in town, I'm like, why the hell would you do a delivery at any Target anywhere? Now, I've not been to this one before, but still, why would you go to any Target DC and deliver at 3:30 in the afternoon and expect that you would be out of here by 7 o'clock, let alone anywhere else by 7? Well, there ain't no damn way I would ever come here to any Target. Not to bag on Target, but let's see, I'm getting moved over just a little bit more. I'm wondering if I might even have to move that wheel chock out of the way. Yeah, okay, now I see the little hash mark on the pad on the right side that I want to line up with. Don't go out of creep mode, fucker. Okay. No, yeah, I'm gonna run over that. Which I did. Alright. Let me get that stupid wheel chock out of the way. I don't know why it got left like that. Lazy people. So anyway, yeah, when I pull the chalk out, when I'm done, I always try to put it like right halfway between my door and the next door over. That way there's no chance it'll be in the way of whoever's docking in next to this door next. Alright, look like we should be okay there. Quit ricocheting. I think it's a little bit of a downhill there, so it keeps wanting to roll away, and I'm trying to be gentle with the throttle, but apparently I'm not giving enough throttle to overcome the ricochet, so that was what was going on there. Okay, so it is 3:30 right now, or just after 3:30. We'll see how long this takes. I don't really expect that I'll be out of here until about 6:37 or something. Who knows? We'll see. But I don't really care, because I know where I'm going next, and I know I don't want to deal with traffic. So the longer I sit here, the better chance I'm not going to have traffic. Anyway, we'll talk some more about that on the way out of here. Alright guys, we are done unloading here. It's about 7:38 now. So yeah, not exactly fast, but pretty much exactly what I expect from Target. Somewhere in the 3 to 6 hour range is what I usually expect when I'm at a Target, and that's exactly what it was. in the dock door itself for what, just a hair over 4 hours. So now I think I mentioned this on the way into the dock door, but I don't know if I explained it fully. So there was another driver in there when I was checking in who was like kind of trying to getting all pushy because he's like, I got another load to pick up at 7 o'clock. I'm like, well, that's your own damn problem. You should know better than they delivered a Target at 3:30 in the afternoon and expect to be anywhere but still in the same dock door at 7 o'clock. What are you thinking? That's don't hold it against them, because you know you're going to be in the door for a while at Target. They're not exactly Costco. Yeah, and then also, if you don't like sitting around, don't do reefer freight, because we do a lot of it. Wait on appointment times or sit around in dock doors, whatever. A lot of times, now even if like I said, there are a lot of times where it's waiting on a load to be ready if it's a pickup, or waiting for an appointment time because they won't let us show up until close to our appointment time, especially on deliveries a lot of times. And so I'm just shaking my head there. I was even laughing with some of the other guys in there about that. Okay, I think one of these things might be a... I appreciate it. Have a good night. Legend has a problem with his air dryer. I'm gonna get over here and I gotta slide my tandems. Look like no, he's still trying to slide his, so get over here next to him. I don't want to get in front of him and block him. He's definitely going to leave before me, so just put it right here. Alright, let me get tandem slid and we'll talk about what's going on next, alright? Alright guys, let's get out of here now. Alright, so my next load will be coming out of Colton again. Walmart again. It'll be a cross dock as usual. I don't know, may or may not vlog that one. I don't know. I do a lot of Colton, so it's been a while since I've been to New Caney. Probably at least a few years since I've been there, in all honesty. But yeah, that's where that one's going to be going. New Caney, Texas. Not too far out of Houston. So we'll be taking I-10 across with that one. Doesn't pick up till Saturday night though, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna head home. Oh, darn the luck. Deadhead 400 miles paid to get home and then pick up a Colton load after that. I don't know how much time I have before I'll have to pick it up, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they asked me if I could do some local work tomorrow too or something, but we'll see. All right, so that's what's going on here. I guess with that said, I will see you guys in, I don't know, Colton or whatever, maybe the next load. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I am caught up now on all my video content, and I know this one will be caught up as well because I'll be home and have time to work on it on my regular computer, which is way faster. Anyway, alright, you all have a good night. You guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys either in Colton or New Caney or wherever I'm at after New Caney. Alright, I'll see ya. Have a good night.